Hey guys, it's me, Drew. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be sharing this video with you today because I have the Halloween Part 2 collection from Kringle Candle to share with you. There's 2 new launches happening Friday, August 15th at noon. And let me tell you, if you are concerned that the round 1 of Halloween was a little too scary for you, or there weren't a lot of gourmands in the fall collection, oh boy, do I have a treat for you. No tricks around here. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is going to be one of 2 videos that I filmed for the Kringle Halloween Part 2 collection, because in the Kringle Part 2 collection, there are actually going to be 2 collections. There is the Spellbound collection, and there is the Boo Crew collection. I'm focusing on the Boo Crew collection right now, but I will leave the link down below to the Spellbound collection review if you wanted to take a look. But they will both be launching Friday, August 15th at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you to everyone who participated in the Kringle Halloween Part 1. They had record-breaking sales. They poured hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Pumpkinhead, and it sold out. So, yes, thank you for everyone who used my code to save them 15%. That was a commission code. I do earn money on that, which I use to purchase candles to review on this channel. And my code will work as well on these, launching Friday, August 15th. Unlike the first launch that happened at midnight, this is going to be at noon Eastern Standard Time. All right, this is the Boo Crew. Now, if you remember the ombre jars from last year from Kringle, they were such a hit. I was so excited to see them do it again this year. My Halloween decor is very fun, a little bit vintage, but very cutesy Halloween. And a lot of the candles in the first round were very scary labels. There were some fragrances that are really great in those, but the labels are pretty scary. This definitely goes more with my decor. And it's super funny because like a lot of TJ Maxx's and Home Goods and home decor shops that I've been shopping at this year, I have seen this type of collection images and vibes in those collections. So really cool to see that Kringle is with the trend, and these candles are going to be not just amazing fragrances inside, but amazing labels and jars. So they are 22-ounce 2-wick candles with an ombre jar. So I think these are so fun. They do pick up fingerprints quite a bit, but I mean, it is what it is. 2-wick, 100% soy wax. My favorite candle form, etc. The first one we are going to talk about is ghost stories. So we have little puppies dressed up in their Halloween costumes, reading a ghost story with a black cat with a witch's hat. Super, super fun. I just love these cutesy labels, and I own a black cat, so really exciting. And the fragrance notes on ghost stories are spicy pink pepper, aromatic juniper, balsamic amber, wood fire clove, smoky gaiac wood, roasted chestnut, fresh orange blossom, blonde woods, and warm vanilla bean. This is so nice. If you're familiar with Warm and Toasty from the fall collection last year that came back this year in a 4-wick, it's super popular. This reminds me a lot of that with the added chestnut. So you have like a rich, smoky, sweet vanilla. Now, I know that Katie over at Katie's Joyful Life, her and I were talking, and she says this is like a more smoky, like Marshmallow Fireside or Marshmallow Fireside done better. And I can see that the more that I smell it. It definitely is like a sweet candy vanilla type of fragrance, but I'm really getting the roasted chestnut. I love chestnut. And I think this is a perfect label and fragrance that can lean like towards the holidays. Now, I mean, people can read ghost stories any time of year, but it, in the fall and closest to like the holiday, you get the chestnut. I don't really get like juniper, balsamic, orange blossom, pink pepper. No, I'm really just getting this sweet, rich, toasty vanilla. Oh, this is really nice. If you like warm and toasty, but instead of cedarwood, switch that out for chestnut and amp that up a lot. Amazing. I really, really like that one. Next, okay, so this is the same fragrance. There's just two different labels. So we have Lil Devil. We have Lil Devil, so this guy is a little pug, and he's wearing a little devil costume with some bats in the background and lightning. And then we have Lil Devil, the black cat, with his tongue sticking out, also wearing a costume. How freaking cute are these? I cannot stand it. Like, I love Halloween. I love these labels. I love my black cat. He is my baby. So I'm very excited. Now, this one, can you see? It actually got a little melted in the mail, which is so interesting because all 7 of these were in the same box, and this is the only one that got a little melty. But they're both the same fragrance. So you can order Lil Devil Kitten or Lil Devil Puppy. So let me read the notes on Lil Devil, and I think you'll be happy. Lush pumpkin, sweet nutmeg, creamy custard, spicy clove, cozy cinnamon, rich maple syrup, caramelized sugar, earthy carrot, and warm vanilla. This is so good. I love custard. So as soon as I saw creamy custard in the notes, I was like, give it to me. If you're at dinner and creme brulee is on the menu, I mean, sign me up. I went to brunch a couple weeks ago, and I was debating between the creme brulee waffle and the croissant French toast. And when I asked the waitress, she goes, oh, the creme brulee waffle. I'm like, say no more. And it had that creme brulee custard with the caramelized sugar on the top and the fresh berries. It's that rich, creamy vanilla custard note that's in this candle. And the pumpkin. Oh, the pumpkin is rich and creamy. This is for people who want a pumpkin pie fragrance, but don't want cinnamon. Don't want that overly spicy Michael's Craft Store, anything like that. You want a sweet, rich pumpkin note? Go with Lil Devil, because that is what this is. The maple syrup, I don't get a ton of maple. I despise anything that tastes like maple, except for maple syrup. Like, I don't want a maple donut. I don't want a maple bar. I don't want any maple candy. I like syrup on pancakes and waffles, but that's about it for maple. It just adds this sweetness, almost like if you had a pumpkin creme brulee drizzled with fresh maple syrup, like fresh maple, not artificial, and just a little bit, not a ton. It's rich and it's sweet. Oh, if I predict any fragrances to sell out in this collection, I think the Lil Devil is going to sell out first because it is that quintessential fall bakery delicious pumpkin. Next, we have Boo-Hoo. So we have little ghost owls in a forest, and this forest reminds me of the forest that's in The Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I feel like this is a scene that could have happened in that Wizard of Oz scene when they're in the forest. The notes are rich cream, warm cinnamon, fresh peppercorn, black cardamom, zesty ginger, smoky chestnut, amberwood, tonka bean, and velvety musk. So we have some more chestnut in here. I love chestnut. This is so pretty. This is very, like, the first note is rich cream. It is a very fresh, like, heavy whipping cream, but it's not super gourmand. This, to me, if you want, like, a background fragrance when company's coming over, or you want to have a candle lit at night while you're watching a Halloween movie, or company's watching a movie, and you just want like a background vanilla fragrance. Maybe you have other candles burning in other rooms, but you want something to complement it. That's what I feel like this candle is. I'm really not getting a ton of these other notes. Like rich cream, black cardamom, amberwood, tonka bean, and velvety musk all combine to be just a creamy vanilla background fragrance is what I'm getting. I'm really not getting much of anything else from here. And I have not lit it, but I feel like this is the one I'm going to light first so I can experience it on warm. Now, these are pretty freshly poured. These were only poured July 15th, so they've only been here for less than a month. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely just getting like a creamy vanilla candle. Like if this was in the regular line and it was simply called like vanilla cream, that's what this smells like. Where sweet cream in the reserve line has that strawberry hint to it, there's no strawberry note in here. This is strictly a rich velvety vanilla cream. I do really, really like that one. All right. Scary movie night. Let's get this one out of the way. I love the label. It's probably my favorite label out of all of them. We have little kitties who look petrified watching a scary movie with a bowl of popcorn. The notes: buttery popcorn, savory salt, toasty corn kernels, sweet corn, velvety dairy cream, caramelized wood, warm musk, and golden sugar resin. Okay. Who's familiar with popcorn candles? That buttered popcorn fragrance from Bath & Body Works is like that sickeningly like liquid butter. And I was like, oh my gosh, please don't let this be like that. It's not like that. Katie, this is all you. I don't know why. Her and I were messaging, and she told me this smelled like ranch seasoning. Like the ranch powder that you either make your own ranch or add to make a dip of some sort. That is all I smell from this. The second I open it now, I smell ranch. Like ranch powder. And I try to get deeper into the fragrance, but that is just, it actually kind of makes me nauseous smelling it. I have not lit it yet. Obviously, I haven't lit any of these. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to light this in my living room so that way, if it is like insane, I can go in my room and let it melt down. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm picking up on ranch seasoning. I don't know. I mean, buttery popcorn, savory salt, toasty corn kernels, sweet corn, velvety dairy cream. That to me, I was picturing like a really sweet candy corn almost type of vibe. It's not. It's like this really herby, salty, like if you sprinkled ranch on popcorn, but there's no butter in the popcorn. And it doesn't lean kettle corn either. Like, I think this would have been a phenomenal kettle corn fragrance instead of popcorn, because I love kettle corn. I love kettle corn. I could eat kettle corn by the bushel. But are there bushels of popcorn? Anyway, by the bucket. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to light it up. I will definitely let you know about these. I am committing to burning all of these before the launch since I have ample time. And I have no plans this weekend except for enjoying all of these fragrances for you. But yeah, I don't know. It just, that note is throwing me off there. It is throwing me off. Next, we have Howl at the Moon. And we have a little werewolf puppy who is howling at the moon. Super, super cute. Now, this is interesting. Velvety plum, sweet orange, ripe blackcurrant, tart plum, jasmine blooms, Brazilian orange, black amber, vanilla woods, and warm musk. So we have velvety plum and tart plum. This is beautiful. Now, this is not a Halloween fragrance to me or a fall fragrance. It is a very good transitional fragrance, though. Like, I was talking about, like, Fantastical Fruit from Kringle, Sugar Plum Blackberry from Homeworks, all of the, like, even, like, Honey Crisp Apple. To me, like, those fragrances, they're still fruity and have a little bit of sweetness that's good for, like, end of summer, but they're not totally cozy fall fragrances. This is where that leans to me. I definitely get the plum. It is pretty sweet. I don't get a ton of tartness from this. Uh, Brazilian Orchid, like Vanilla Woods Musk, yes. It has like a body care undertone. And I know that always sounds super generic, but I feel like that really can capture a fragrance for people when I say it has it has a body care undertone, because then it instantly is like, okay, it's not like a plum that I'm biting into and the juice is dripping down my chin. It's a plum fragrance that I could wear on my body. You know what I mean? Or use in a body wash or a perfume or a body spray. That's the type of vibe I get from this. Like if I saw like Velvet Fig in the collection for fall this year, this is Velvet Plum almost. It has that sweetness, that creaminess, almost like a shea. It says like Vanilla Orchid, like that type of vibe, mixed with that sweet plum. It's really pretty. I love it. It's not a fall fragrance though, but I also don't think this label is necessarily Halloween. I feel like you could burn this anytime, and no one will be like, oh, you're burning a Halloween candle. Like, it's fun. So, I don't know. We shall see. But it definitely gives, like, plummy body care. And then last but not least, probably my least favorite label, but it is still cute. It is Bobbing for Apples. So we have a little werewolf, a little bunny, a little raccoon, and a little alligator, and they're all dressed up in their Halloween costume. The alligator's mummy costume is unraveling before his eyes, and they are bobbing for apples in the woods. Super cute. A lot of notes in here. Are you ready? Tangy apple, juicy pineapple, creamy peach, sun-kissed melon, intoxicating hyacinth, sugared amber, earthy applewood, vanilla crystals, and sensual musk. This is pretty. This is a quintessential apple fragrance, though. Like, almost, if this had a name, like Apple Blossom, I feel like this is good for that. These last two, Howl at the Moon and Bobbing for Apples, are both not fall fragrances or Halloween. This is totally like spring, summer apple. I'm going to start burning this now because, and this is probably one where I'll start burning all of these, talk about them with you, but then I'm going to put most of them away for Halloween. This one I'm just going to burn right through because it is this time of year apple fragrance. Like if somebody walked into my house right now, they would not say, oh, are you burning like pumpkin scents? Like it smells like fall in here. No, this smells like spring. Because when you take an apple and you mix it with hyacinth, amber, musk, it instantly creates this springtime like body care fragrance. Again, I hate to say body care all the time, but it does lean body care. I'm getting melon in the background too. That sweet, sweet melon. I want to say, I'm like closing my eyes as I think about this, that it's more a cantaloupe or a honeydew melon because it has that sweetness that's not watermelon. Watermelon is a very distinct, like, water background sweet fragrance where cantaloupe and honeydew have more of a richness and more of a depth to it. It's really pretty, though. Just not a Halloween fragrance, but still one that's really, really fun. I think this is a great, again, company fragrance. If anybody's coming over, you want to have a candle lit, but you're like, oh, I don't know if everybody loves cinnamon or everybody loves pumpkin. Everybody loves apples, right? Who doesn't love apples? I'm sure somebody will be like, I don't love apples. Well, it's more, everybody doesn't love everything, but I feel like apple is a very neutral fragrance that can be burned any time of year. So really, really enjoy that one for now. So that was the Boo Crew collection. I think it's super, super cute. Let me figure out my least favorite, Scary Movie Night. It's got to go in last place right now. Howl at the Moon, just because it's not super, super fall. Bobbing for Apples is number 5. Or 7, 6, 5. Well, okay. Boo-Hoo would be next. Ghost Stories is in second place. And then in first place, of course, are Lil Devil. I love this fragrance. It's the best one out of the collection. Like, it is one that if I was in a store, I always say this too, like with PR, when I get sent things in PR, would I buy this on a shelf in a store? Like, if I was in a store, I would not reach for Howl at the Moon. I would smell it and be like, oh, that's nice. Oh, Balmy for Apples, oh, that's nice. This one, I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is nice. I want to take this home. And I would add it to my cart. That's how I think about PR. Like, for example, I'm just going to say now, the Spellbound collection, I would walk right past this in a store. It is something I would never look at, give a time of day to, or anything in a store. And that's what PR is really exciting, that these aren't things that I would ever gravitate towards, but I get to share them with you guys and be like, hey, even though it's not for me, it could be for you if you like X, Y, and Z. That's why I love sharing things like this with you. It is to get you excited, it's to get me excited, and to share my thoughts, hear your thoughts, etc. So once again, the Boo Crew will be launching on Friday, August 15th at noon Eastern Standard Time over at KringleCandle.com. I do predict these will sell out. Not all of them, but a few. So, yeah. And there's so many new fall things on the website. In 4 weeks, when I place my Halloween order, which I will film when it comes, I added a 4-wick of Sugar Pumpkins because that was added to the website, and that is one of my favorite pumpkin fragrances from Kringle. So excited to share that one with you as well. Thank you so much for watching. Again, stay tuned for part 2, which I'm going to film and upload right after this. Make it a better world. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I upload a video here on YouTube. Be kind. I love you guys so much. Bye.